If you're looking for charm, good prices, and a central location perfect for exploring Europe, the Czech Republic is the place to visit. While most tourists head to Prague, the country has much more to offer in the form of historical towns, stunning natural spaces, and architecture right out of a fairy tale. The Czech Republic is home to over 2,000 castles, plenty of UNESCO World Heritage sites, and an epic skyline full of medieval bridges, towers, and spires everywhere. Whether you're here to relax, explore the outdoors, or visit the country's legendary Christmas markets, chances are you won't be disappointed. Keep on watching to discover the beauty of the Czech Republic. Number 1. Prague. Prague is rich with magical architectural works, with Baroque palaces, Gothic cathedrals, Cubist and Art Nouveau structures residing harmoniously across the city. The ancient Charles Bridge Tower and the Old Town Hall Tower, which stands tall above the main square, provide views of the city's red rooftops and the popular Christmas market in the winter. These are some of Prague's best vantage points. Additionally, there is the view of Prague Castle, which dates back to the 9th century and is located atop a hill. According to Guinness Globe Records, it is the largest castle complex in the entire world. Prague, a center of culture and history, has more than 100 museums, including one honoring local author Franz Kafka, the National Museum, which houses a collection of more than 14 million objects, and the Museum of Modern Art. You also shouldn't forget about the 12th century Strahov Library, which has been called one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. Number 2. Český Krumlov. The Czech Republic's southern region can be explored from Český Krumlov, a smaller, more personal version of the capital city. The Old Town area of the city, with its cobblestone streets and hip shops, makes a great starting point for touring the southern region of the country. Walking is a terrific way to explore the Old Town area of the city, with its cobblestone streets and independent shops. The Český Krumlov Castle, a piece of the UNESCO World Cultural Heritage, is another attraction in the area. The only Baroque theater in the Czech Republic is another fantastic destination. It was constructed in 1682 and still has all of its original mechanical stage props and decorations. However, as there are only 2 public performances, getting tickets is difficult. Number 3. Karlovy Vary. Since the 19th century, Karlovy Vary has been a spa resort with a number of hot springs that are believed to have healing effects. Spas and wellness centers thrive here, providing everything from classic massages to cupping to curative baths. Karlovy Vary's vibrant neo-Baroque and neo-Renaissance structures give the city a distinctive architectural style that is unmatched in other Czech cities. Karlovy Vary is also considered a photographer's dream, thanks to the spectacular mill colonnade, which houses 5 of the largest hot springs in the city. Take the funicular to the summit of Friendship Hill, then climb the Diana Lookout Tower for the greatest views in the area. You can return down into town via the designated pathways to see even more stunning sights along the way. Number 4. Kutna Hora. The Sedlec Ossuary, a Baroque chapel ornamented with the remains of more than 40,000 people who died during the Black Death and Hussite Wars in the 14th and 15th centuries, attracts the majority of visitors to Kutna Hora. A nearby Gothic masterpiece and UNESCO World Heritage Monument, St. Barbara's Church is also well worth a visit. Kutna Hora was once a major center for the processing and mining of silver, but today it is home to a few historic sites that honor that regal past. A few of these include the Mining Museum that simulates the lifestyle of miners in the 17th through 19th centuries and is available to visitors, or they can descend into a medieval mine. There is also the Italian Court Palace, now a museum of coin minting, which was once a royal mint center. Visitors can visit the royal chapel inside the palace and mint their own coins to take home. Following a tour, you can stray into the palace's cellar to view a one-of-a-kind exhibition on Kutna Hora's shadowy past, which includes documents from the Middle Ages detailing crimes, cases of witchcraft and arson, and tools used for interrogation and torture. Number 5. Brno. The second largest city in the Czech Republic, Brno, doesn't receive much attention. But if you know where to look, there are a ton of intriguing things to do here. The imposing Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul dominates Brno's city center and serves as a wonderful starting point for visiting the old town and its stunning Gothic and early Baroque buildings. Although there aren't as many museums in Brno as there are in Prague, the city nevertheless has some interesting options. Visit the Brno City Museum in Spilberg Castle, the Museum of Romani Culture, or take a tour of the Tenzi nuclear shelter underground. Under the Church of St. James, Brno is also home to Europe's second largest ossuary, as well as the renowned network of cellars and tunnels known as the Labyrinth under Vegetable Market. Number 6. Bohemian Switzerland National Park. One of the most beautiful natural areas in the nation is Bohemian Switzerland, which features sandstone mountains, rock labyrinths, deep valleys, and ravines. Pravkika Brana, the largest sandstone rock arch in Europe at 16 meters high and about 27 meters wide, is the park's most well-known feature. The park is close to Sachsen-Switzerland National Park in Germany, and for the best hike, paths crisscross between the two countries. The gorges of the Kamenis River, where a ferryman will row you away through the constricting sandstone passageways and near waterfalls, are among the other major attractions in Bohemian Switzerland National Park. Number 7. Liberec. The 94-meter-tall Jested Tower, which is perched atop the city's namesake mountain, is what makes the 5th largest city in the nation more famous. The concrete tower, which was initially just intended to serve as a TV transmitter, is currently home to a hotel and a restaurant. In addition to taking a cable car to the top of the hill, more energetic tourists can trek up to the tower. You'll be rewarded for coming here with breathtaking open vistas of the Losatian Mountains. The hills surrounding the tower are transformed into more than 9 kilometers of sky and snowboard slopes in the winter. Visit the first humanoid robot in the Czech Republic at the Icelandia Planetarium and Scientific Museum, stroll through the themed pavilions in the Botanical Garden, or visit the historic Friedstin Castle. Number 8. Spindlerud Mlin. Spindlerud Mlin, which is close to the Kirkenos Mountains and National Park, is a ski resort in the winter and a hiking haven for the rest of the year. The largest winter sports complex in the nation, Spindlerud Mlin has 25 ski slopes for all ability levels and 11 ski lifts. Cross-country skiing, snow tubing, snowboarding, and ice climbing on a frozen waterfall are all options for non-skiers. Visitors can try a 120-meter zip line above the Lobska Dam in the summer, enjoy the bike paths, or hike the area's hundreds of kilometers of hiking trails. Number 9. Telk. The town square in Telk is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, the plaza is lined with a variety of vibrant Renaissance and Baroque homes with tall roofs decorated with sgraffito. Telk was originally a moat and gate enclosed water stronghold from the Middle Ages. Fish ponds once surrounded the chateau at the end of the square, even though none of that still exists today. The chateau, which is only accessible through a guided tour, is located where the ancient Gothic castle once stood. Within the royal grounds are a beautiful church and a museum of local history. For fantastic views of the fanciful rooftops, visitors can ascend the tower of the adjoining Holy Ghost Church and return to the square. If you want to see an even more magical view of Telk, the outskirts of town are the best way to go. In there is the 34-meter-high steel Oslid Nice lookout tower that offers not only a view of the town, but also the roof of Rostischen Castle in the distance. Number 10. Hola Sovis. There are around 100 structures and 17 farms that make up this tiny ancient community. The earliest structures, which are located close to the protected Blansk forest, date back to the 1200s, though the majority were rebuilt in the 18th and 19th centuries. The farms are actually permanently occupied, despite the fact that the area resembles an open-air museum, and some of the structures have been converted into tourist attractions. There are farms here as well as a blacksmith shop and a small chapel. You can explore the town and discover a display of farm life in the early 20th century. You can also stop by the ceramic studio to create a unique keepsake like your own mug or a dress plate for your door. The Czech Republic is a country that not only boasts of natural wonders, but also cultural and heritage sites. From castles to little villages, you're bound to believe you're in a fairy tale. Which of these sites made you believe that? Also, check out this other video if you want to visit Madagascar. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of our top 10 prime picks.